Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Last video of the day. I gotta go back and revisit chapter 1 of my book because Adam Pickett was right. I reread the first chapter. I was like, holy shit, I did write way too much. Claire, I'm a huge fan of your content and intend to pick up a couple of your books here pretty soon. Let me begin by giving you a bit of my background about myself. A 34-year-old, 6'8", African American. I don't know what that is. We say black, white, Asian, Latino. We don't have time for 7 syllables, man. Near to you, because blacks don't live as long as white. And the last people who should be saying African American, Caucasian American, we ain't got the life. And guys, you're a black male. Jesus, you got 10 years of life expectancy. That's it. You want to waste your time and precious seconds of your life being wasted away on saying African American when seconds count. You just say black, dude. Us mature people, us people who know it. Say black. You can say white too. God almighty, how stupid. Caucasian American. Jesus Christ. You are 34, 6'8", very tall. Born and raised in North Carolina by a single mom. My mom was great, but like all single moms, unless she wasn't quite able to give me all the... Quite! They're not! Period! Necessary tools to deal in life. However, I picked up some of those tools along the way through books, YouTube, and Red Pill, and guys like you. Awesome. Yet I feel like I'm at a point in my career that I keep getting into the same job situation with asshole supervisor and a competent coworker. All right, number one, everybody's an idiot. You may want to read Curse of the High IQ. You may want to read, okay, right here, look at this. By God, there it is. You may want to get this book. So, read that book. That's not going to go away. Incompetent bosses, I've had 3 competent bosses. The remaining, 95%? All incompetent. And incompetent, it's just, dude, that's what it is. There's no perfect girl, there's no unicorn, there's no perfect job. So you just got to deal with that. Currently, I'm doing IT for a place, and we got a new supervisor who's also a black male. See, you used the right prefix there. He has been quite the narcissistic asshole and always has a problem with the way I'm doing my job because it doesn't quite fit his vision. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is he STEM? Or is he a manager? Did he come from the white-collar world? I guess IT is white-collar. But, I mean, does he have a degree in business? One of those type of douchebags? Clary, I am used to beating myself up over my own performance to try to implement the things that he asks within reason, but no more. However, at this point, he has practically asked me to be a slave to every co-worker I have because that is somehow providing the best customer service. I guarantee you he has a degree in business, no real-world working experience. Doesn't matter how rank or vile they act towards me, you always take what I say as gold in comparison to me. Personally, I'm burned out with this job, but I won't allow these people to break my spirit. I'd like to become a member of the 1099 Master Race, but I don't think I have the certifications needed to make people feel comfortable enough with the type of services I provide. Well, you gotta get them then, man. Watch my video. No one becomes successful working a 40-hour work week. After this, I'm gonna go write more of that damn book. Fucking putting in 90, 100-hour work weeks this week, although a lot of it's just sitting on my ass. Is that the right word? Fuck. I hate writing. You're an author. Yes. Yeah, man, you're going to have to put in the extra time to get those extra certifications. That's just what it is. I can provide you with more information because I feel like I'm all over the place, but what I am asking of you is, what do I do at this point, man? I have started applying at other jobs and even looking at getting another certification. That's the right step. However, my recruiter on the internet says you don't need them, so... No. Okay, your recruiter get a new one then if he or she is saying you don't need them, but they haven't come up with a job yet. Now, maybe it's just early in your job search, right? If your recruiter says you don't need it, okay, well, where's the jobs then? Because they better be coming soon if he says you don't need one. I think you need the more the better, okay? And the internet says you don't need them, so I'm quite confused, and on this? Does it really fucking matter outside of me just learning something new? It doesn't cost you anything except time, which admittedly is a precious commodity, but what else are you going to do? Get that extra certification. You probably know your industry rather well. You know, given your skill set, what would be the best certification to get in your world of IT. I don't know exactly, are you network, are you this, are you that, I don't know what you do. Get whatever certification that is if you don't already have it. And then, yeah, man, it's a part-time job. Every day you go back home, you start applying for jobs. Your recruiter, fine, hey, anything today? No? All right. Or will all that time and money spent provide me with the opportunity to nab a position that gets me away from all these crazy fucking people? It never gets you away from all the crazy fucking people, but it does a couple things. It lessens the number of crazy fucking people in your life, like surgeons. Surgeons? Yeah, there's crazy fucking people in the hospital. I don't mean the crazy people. I mean the people who work at the hospital. Of course, there's crazy dumbass people. But you get to this position of power and you get this skill set that's in such demand, your employer says, yeah, we better make Surgeon Rob happy. We better make, cardiologist Joe really happy. He don't talk to the third shift nurses who are all gossiping. Or not even nurses, like the assistant nurses. He don't deal with that bullshit. Dr. Joe, he's left alone and he gets his weekends off. And we make sure he doesn't deal with that bullshit. And that's why I recommend everyone going to STEM or a hard trade, because they need your skills. And then you have the whole organization like, yeah, Frank is our indispensable IT guy. We really fucking need him. And I know, Tina, that he asked you what time it was, but that doesn't mean he was trying to rape you. And you know what, Tina? If he goes away, no one's got a job. So, Tina, shut the fuck up and leave Frank alone. So you're inoculated, I guess, you're defended against, but they're still there. But it never goes away. Because there's just too many there again. This will help you. Read this. When you look at the number, okay, that's you, I'm going to guess. That's you over there. For every one of you, there's a ton of these fuckers. And you can't escape them. You just can't. I am practicing right now really hard with this. I'm using this writing book of an opportunity to be comfortable staying at home and not going out as much. Because going out just taxes me and exhausts me because there's so many fucking stupid people. And it's working. I'm doing all right. GF, when do you want to go out? No, I don't. So I'm making progress. You got to realize there's no place that's safe from stupid people. All right? It's got, no matter where you go. Now, the field you're in is chock full of stupid people and political motherfuckers too. So normally I say the grass is not greener on the other side, except in your industry. Your industry is San Francisco street shit brown. That's how bad it is in your industry. I would get the fuck out of there. It is greener on the other side, unless you go into banking, which is going to be even more about the same. But you should be looking for other jobs, so I agree with it. But you understand, you're never really going to get away from the lunatics. They'll be there in lesser numbers down the road. Hopefully you become indispensable, that you're vaccinated against them, they're quarantined away from you. But it just, they're people, man. You're that little red dude, and there's a whole bunch of other black people, not African-American black, I mean on the chart. The red person and all the other black people in the little diagram I showed you. Get used to it. I thought this was a too spacey price. No, that was fine. Then you provided a little bit more information. Oh no, I had questions. What about your personal finances? You got kids, you got a support, or is it just you? Do you have any major financial obligations like a car payment or something? I'm sure I'm trying to figure out if you can work some other low-paying job where you can split, focus on your certification skill, practice a bit. Or if you're stuck with this job until you find one that pays the same. All right, current finances aren't horrible, but they're definitely being worked on. For all this realization, I didn't have much financial literacy, as in I kind of spent money on collectibles and nerd things instead of just socking away with the highest interest and putting to stock. Please don't always kept 3 to 6 months of emergency fund because I just like the security in case I did. All right, yeah, smart. $14,000 in credit card debt. Oh. And that was due to me losing multiple contract jobs as well as having emergencies when I was employed. Oh, okay, you had car emergencies. All right. Really? That much on that? Currently, though I decided to pick up a part-time job making this on top of the other job that makes you that. Living expenses are that. Meet Sethi's book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, where he talked about common sense bill cutting way to shrink your life. Yeah, minimalism, man, minimalism. That's all. That's if you haven't read Bachelor Pad Economics, read that too. I guess, yeah, that'd be fine. I've been fortunate to build my savings back up to 6 to 7 month cushion. Life is steady for women and here. I have no children, dog, wife, girlfriend, and I have come to be happy with that life. Good, you got no other stuff. You can do this. Bachelors can get by in impulse power. We're very cheap. Rent a home in a small, quiet town, and I'll pick up my own home. Pay on I got like a women's game. Too nice, too shy. Well, you're a nerd, dude. There's nothing wrong with that. However, the ones I did charm end up being with people who had racist parents. Oh, really? You ran into that? However, the ones that I did charm ended up being people who wanted to go to live in bars or who had racist parents and only really wanted to fuck me. Oh no, the white girls that want to get their black dick notched off their check. Oh, it's horrible, man. It's horrible. Poor you. Reminds me of Marcus Brown. Not because he's black, but when I was first hanging out with Marcus Brown, he's like, oh man, I got a problem. I'm like, what is it? He's a short little black dude in Chicago. All these girls keep showing up at my apartment. And he was serious. I'm like, what do you mean girls keep showing up at your apartment? He's like, oh, well, I'll just be like, having a good old time, playing games or whatever. Yeah. And the girl will ring up. She want to come over. She want to have sex. And he was seriously complaining about this. No. Yeah. And then there'll be other girls that come over. They want to have sex too. I'm like, you poor boy. Oh my God, this is get you call the National Guard. You call your congressman. And I see you have this problem too. Oh no. All the white women want to get their black dick check mark checked off by you. You poor boy. You go talk to a therapist. You better check it. That's. Why do you mean their parents though if they're just using it for? Who cares? Don't worry about that. Which was great, but I thought I wanted more Unrewarding. Yeah, you can't. No, you can't. I'd like to think that I'm stuck and wanting to push through this glass ceiling that I feel I have touched since last year. I unapologetically consider myself an expert at the customer support desk angle of IT. But any job that I go to, I'm always a big technical, sick of being proving myself. I'm better than a tier 3 guy. I don't want to identify too much. The current boss. Cool, what can I do to bring that potential out? But they never act on it. Oh yeah. The bosses do. You gotta take a career. Your bosses aren't gonna do shit. Bosses aren't gonna do crap. This is why you want to become part of the 1099 master race. Because you're the boss. Just today, I gave myself another 1,000,000,000% raise. Because I'm that fucking awesome. And there was no discussion or debate about it. The meetings I have with my staff are incredibly efficient. Yeah. Okay, so they're not promoting because there's always some infraction involving something that I have very little control over, and its principal is either having a bad day. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude. You're doing what you need to do. All right. Let's go over all this. I'm just going over stuff. Yeah. Okay. Here's what you're gonna do, man. It doesn't sound like they're gonna fire you. All right. They're just keeping you around, and they're not gonna pay you more. A lot of it, part because where you work, they're just not gonna give you the budget. Okay, that's another huge thing there. But it's also their mentality and the psychology and the politics of the environment that you work in. And I would get the fuck out of there on principle alone, for that reason alone. Keep working. They're not going to fire you. Look up stoicism, practice stoicism, learn to let this shit roll off your back. But yeah, go find another job. What I would also do with your part-time job, I would not work that part-time job because the pay is beneath you. Unless you're doing it for therapeutic reasons, which is fine, that's cool too. But I would go work a security guard job. I know everyone says you recommend the same thing because it fucking works. It's like, oh my God, all these, health aficionados recommend working out and dieting right. Well, I wonder why they recommend that. See if you could find a job that will allow you to get extra certifications, allow you to increase and work on your job search. And I've found that to be security working late night. Now, you don't want to work third shift because you got a daytime gig. So maybe the second shift, and that's hard sometimes because you got to deal with people. Second shift usually starts around 5, 6 p.m., goes to midnight 1, 2 a.m., and you're still dealing with people during the daytime and in the evening, but you'll still get at least 3 hours, from 9 to midnight, 9 to 1. You'll get some time where people aren't bothering you. In other words, what I'm saying is try and find a job that you could study and get your extra certifications on. So that way you more or less make the same amount of money, but then you're also double dipping where you're honing your skills, getting extra certifications, and getting your job. I mean, I wrote books while working security. It's one of the greatest things ever. That's what I'd recommend. And yeah, man, it sucks, but just try not to let them get to you. But you should be on your way out. If it gets intolerable, if they start getting snippy with you and if your coworkers are giving you shit and complaining, you know what? You got a good little safety cushion there. You have a part-time job. I would go and then land another job as a security guard and then, or whatever, night watchman, whatever. And maybe I'd just be the target guy and the security guy and whatever else guy for a couple years and skill up. If they start treating you like shit. But otherwise, just hold on to your job, man. Just hold on to it until you find another one. I think with today's unemployment rates, what they are, you should be able to find something like that. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Links all down below. Tune into the podcast, links down below. Buy the books, links below. Patreon with Mary Jo's pinups with her great tits, down below. Yes, you have to pay to be a Patreon member to see the pinups of Mary Jo. And we'll see you guys later. Toodles.